10 steps to overcome digital stress and anxiety. Boost your mental health. Steps to overcome digital stress and anxiety by Nandini Sharma. Source: Google. July 25th, 2025. But here's where it gets controversial. Social media isn't just a tool for connection. It's a double-edged sword that can amplify anxiety and loneliness. The challenge isn't just managing time, but redefining what we value in our digital lives. Here's how to navigate this complex landscape. Unfollow or mute accounts that trigger jealousy, anger, or anxiety. This isn't just about avoiding drama. It's about reclaiming control over the content that shapes your perception. Imagine a world where your social media experience feels like a curated escape rather than a constant barrage of comparisons. 2. Ask yourself before opening apps. Before launching Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok, ask, why am I opening this now? Set clear intentions, whether it's entertainment or productivity, to avoid mindless scrolling. A 2023 study found that users who set purposeful goals reduce their screen time by up to 40%. 3. Rebel against filters. Remember, filters aren't reality. People often post only the best moments, edited reels, or idealized versions of themselves. Understand that a single photo might reflect a story far different from the one shared online. This awareness helps you recognize the gap between appearance and truth. 4. Set boundaries with time. Take charge of your time by setting strict limits on social media apps. For example, block access after 6 p.m. or designate specific hours for digital detoxes. Research shows that 60% of users report reduced anxiety when they actively choose to disconnect. 5. Turn off notifications. Notifications are designed to keep you hooked. Turn them off or set silent mode to give yourself a mental break. A 2024 survey revealed that users who disable notifications experience a 35% decrease in distraction-related stress. 6. Create social media free zones. Schedule specific times when your phone is off. Maybe start with 1 hour and gradually increase. This creates a ritual that signals to your brain, this is a moment of reflection. Think of it as a breathing space in a digital world. 7. Remove apps from your home screen. If certain apps are too enticing, move them to a dedicated folder or remove them entirely. The key is to create a visual reminder that these apps aren't your priority. Studies show that users who eliminate non-essential apps report a 25% improvement in focus. 8. Take regular digital detoxes. Even a few hours of offline time can make a difference. A 2023 study found that participants who took 24-hour breaks from social media experienced a 50% reduction in feelings of isolation. The goal isn't perfection, but progress. 9. Move your body. Physical activity is a powerful antidote to digital fatigue. Whether it's a brisk walk, a dance session, or a yoga class, movement releases endorphins that counterbalance the stress of screens. The World Health Organization recommends at least 30 minutes of moderate exercise daily. 10. Seek professional help if needed. If social media use is severely impacting your mental health or causing persistent anxiety, depression, or sleep issues, don't hesitate to reach out to a therapist. Many people find support groups or cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, incredibly helpful. The power of consistency. Consistent small efforts like setting a 30-minute digital detox once a week or unmuting a toxic account can build unstoppable momentum. Over time, these habits transform into lasting change. As one reader shared, it's not about eliminating everything, but about choosing what matters most. What if? There's always room for debate. Some argue that social media is a vital tool for connection, while others see it as a contributor to loneliness. Which side do you stand on? Leave your thoughts below. We'd love to hear your perspective. What I learned from deleting all my social media for 30 days. Imagine this. You wake up one day and decide to unplug from the matrix of social media for an entire month. No Instagram, no TikTok, no Facebook, no Twitter. Just you, your thoughts, and the world around you. Sounds terrifying, right? But what if I told you it could be the most liberating experience of your life? Social media has become an integral part of our daily lives. It's how we stay connected, share our experiences, and even conduct business. But for many of us, it's also become an addiction. I found myself spending 5 hours a day scrolling through feeds, comparing my life to influencers, and feeling anxious about my post's performance. It was a time suck and a mental health drain. So I took a bold step. I deleted every social media app from my phone for 30 days. No more mindless scrolling, no more notifications, no more digital noise. Here's what happened, and why I think everyone should try this digital detox at least once. Week 1, the struggle is real. The first day was tough. My hand instinctively reached for my phone, only to find empty spaces where the apps used to be. The fear of missing out, FOMO, was intense. What if I missed a friend's big announcement? What if people thought I'd vanished? But here's the twist. Most of what I feared missing didn't actually matter. By the end of the first week, I noticed something amazing. I had more time. Hours that used to disappear into endless scrolling were suddenly mine again. Week 2, brain detox. The second week felt like a detox from sugar or caffeine. My brain was accustomed to constant dopamine hits from likes and comments, and without them, I felt restless. But gradually something changed. Instead of picking up my phone every 5 minutes, I started doing other things. Reading books I've been putting off. Cooking real meals instead of ordering takeout. Being fully present during conversations. By removing social media, I also removed the pressure to perform. No more, do I look good in this picture? Or should I post this? It was incredibly freeing. Week 3, real connections over digital noise. By week 3, I realized how little social media added to my relationships. Sure, it kept me updated, but it didn't make me feel closer to anyone. So I started calling friends, meeting people for coffee, writing actual messages instead of likes. These conversations were deeper and more meaningful than any comment thread. Ironically, quitting social media made me more social in real life. Week 4, clarity and confidence. The last week felt like a mental refresh. I had better focus. I could read, write, and work without constant distraction. Less anxiety. No more comparing my life to Instagram highlights. More self-worth. My value wasn't tied to likes or followers. Most importantly, I realized how much of my life I'd been giving away for free to algorithms. What I learned and why it matters. Deleting social media didn't just give me time, it gave me clarity. Here are my biggest takeaways. You won't miss as much as you think. Real news will find you. Comparison steals joy. Without constant comparison, I felt happier. Your brain needs downtime. Creativity thrives when you're not glued to a screen. Should you try it? Absolutely. Here's how. Start small. Try 1 week offline before committing to 30 days. Tell friends. Let people know so they don't think you disappeared. Fill the gap. Replace scrolling with something fulfilling. Reading, walking, journaling. Notice the changes. Track your mood, focus, and energy levels. Final thoughts, disconnect to reconnect. We often say social media connects us, but after 30 days offline, I learned the opposite. Real connection happens face to face, in conversations, in shared experiences, not in likes or comments. If you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or just glued to your screen, try the challenge. Delete your apps for 30 days and see what happens. You might just discover that the life you're missing isn't on your feed. It's happening right in front of you. But here's where it gets controversial. Can we truly disconnect in a world that's so digitally intertwined? Is it even possible to live a fulfilling life without social media? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think a digital detox is worth it? Or is it just an unrealistic fantasy? Fighting brain rot. How to reduce phone addiction this summer. Digital detox. My journey to beat phone addiction and reclaim my brain. And how you can too. Let's face it, we've become a generation of digital zombies. And I'm not afraid to admit, I'm one of them. As a proud member of Generation Z, I've grown up in a world where the internet isn't just a tool, it's an extension of our existence. Add ADHD to the mix with its insatiable hunger for stimulation, and you've got the perfect recipe for smartphone dependency. Now, don't get me wrong. Technology isn't all bad. It's amazing how I can instantly connect with family across state lines or maintain friendships that would have faded years ago. But here's where it gets interesting. During the academic year, my phone served as a useful escape valve from stress, kept in check by a structured schedule. Come summer, though, it transforms into my greatest weakness. When Oxford Dictionary crowned brain rot as 2024's word of the year, I wasn't even slightly surprised. It was exactly one summer ago when I hit my breaking point, feeling like the dopamine-dependent automaton, incapable of meaningful productivity. That's when I decided enough was enough. My first major breakthrough? Breaking the morning phone addiction. Initially, the FOMO was overwhelming. What if I missed something crucial? What if the world was ending and I didn't know? But here's the fascinating part. Our brains produce alpha waves when we first wake up, creating a state of wakeful rest. Jumping straight to phone use forces our brains into beta waves, skipping crucial transition stages and shocking our nervous system. I now give myself a peaceful 20 to 30 minutes phone-free morning window. To make this possible, I swapped my phone alarm for a charming vintage Veryl mechanical clock from eBay. But any basic alarm clock will do. The key is creating that physical separation from your device. Another game changer has been actually respecting my out time limits instead of habitually hitting remind me in 15 minutes. When that limit notification appears, I use it as a mindful moment to redirect my attention to something more fulfilling or productive. Sure, sometimes I still need those extra minutes, whether for legitimate work or mental downtime, and that's okay. The key is being conscious of how we're spending our precious time. I've also found tremendous value in returning to physical media. While my Kindle is perfect for school, there's something special about holding a real book at home. I even bought a retro Sony CyberShot camera to reduce my phone dependency for photography, eliminating one more excuse to reach for my device. But here's the controversial part that might ruffle some feathers. I believe our smartphone addiction isn't just about personal choice. It's about how these devices are intentionally designed to hijack our attention. The tech companies behind our favorite apps aren't innocent bystanders in this epidemic of digital dependence. Am I perfect in my digital detox journey? Absolutely not. Some days, I'm completely present and phone-free, while others might find me lost in a rabbit hole of Instagram Reels. But the crucial difference is awareness. I'm no longer operating on autopilot. What's your take on this? Are smartphones really destroying our ability to focus? Or are we just adapting to a new normal? Have you tried any digital detox strategies that work for you? Let's discuss in the comments, assuming you can put down your phone long enough to type a response. Remember, while phones and memes are fun, life's greatest moments rarely happen through a screen. The real world is waiting, and it doesn't need a filter.